Good evening and welcome to the May 19th meeting of the Wayzata Planning Commission. My name is Chris Planton. I'm sitting in for our chair who is not available this evening. So with that, I will call this meeting to order. But first, would you call the roll, Director Sharp?
Thank you, Commissioner Planton. Commissioner Ankeny.
Here.
Commissioner Schwalbe.
Here.
Commissioner Planton.
Here.
Commissioner Severson. Commissioner Elg.
Here.
Commissioner Van Looy.
Here.
And Commissioner Cameron.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to the next item on our agenda, and that is approval of the agenda. Does anybody have any comments, or may I have a motion to approve the agenda as it stands?
Madam Chair, I would like to pull item B from the consent agenda so that can be voted on separately. And I'll
Okay.
be abstaining from that vote, so.
Okay, we're right now approving the agenda for this evening,
Yes.
okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, I want to change the agenda slightly by pulling that.
By pulling an item from the
Yeah.
consent agenda, okay?
Yeah.
Any other comments? Okay, may I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any comments? No? Okay. Looks like we have a motion to approve the agenda this evening with an amendment to the consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Looks like the ayes have it. Okay, we'll move to the consent agenda. On our consent agenda this evening is to approve the PC report and recommendation for building coverage and impervious surface variance at 323 Waycliff North. And we are removing item B from the consent agenda, approve the PC report and recommendation for a fence variance at 1407 Holdridge Lane. My understanding is we will get back to that item.
Yep.
Okay. Do we have any further discussion?
No, I'll move to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, may I have a second?
I second.
Any other further discussion? All right. If not, we have a motion to approve the consent agenda with the omission of item B. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Looks like the ayes have it. Now we'll talk about the consent agenda item B, which is to approve the PC report and recommendation for a fence variance at 1407 Holdridge Lane without Commissioner Elg's vote. Again, any comments on this item?
None.
All right, may I have a motion to approve this item?
I don't know. Why did we just do that?
Because Commissioner Elg is not going to vote on his own report and
Okay.
recommendation for variance.
Okay. But the rest of us are right now.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a motion to approve.
All right. May I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Any other further discussion? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It looks like the aye,
One abstention.
one abstention. Thank you. Looks like the ayes have it, and that motion passes as well. Now we're on to old business items, and it looks like we do not have any old business items. So we will go on to public hearing items, and it looks like that item was withdrawn. So we will move now to number 7, other items. Director Sharp?
Yes, I've got a number of development activities that I would like to make the commission and general public aware of. The first is an update on 641 Lake, which I had discussed at the last 2 meetings. The older section of the building was fully demolished now. They are going through now with full disconnects, and they will be starting the reconstruction of the space. We understand that the public has had some difficulty with the sidewalk closure, and we are meeting with the applicant to ensure that we can open up that sidewalk at the earliest convenience, provided public safety for both the construction workers and the general public is the priority out of that sidewalk opening. So we'll be discussing it this coming week, but it likely will not be open until mid to late June at the very soonest.
One of the things I did notice was that originally they had the fence aligned with the sidewalk, and they moved it out further to include the garden area. Because one of the things I thought the city might consider is leaving it there, removing temporarily the shrubbage so that people could actually use the
Walkway.
parking spots that were walled off, as well as that for a walkway. I don't know if you take that under consideration.
Commissioner Van Looy, that was taken under consideration. Ultimately, due to ADA accessibility within a public right-of-way, it was determined that the entire area needed to be closed off. So that was a consideration. It was being used improperly and was actually causing additional issues of people going out into traffic and people that getting to the end of the sidewalk and being trapped in a space that they had no ADA accessibility to turn around in. So it was creating a worse condition, but it is an astute comment.
Thank you.
Secondarily, Clapperidge Park. I'm not sure if the commission is aware, but there's been an ongoing project with the Parks and Trails Committee for a number of years now to redesign and redo that park. Those plans have been fully approved and are in under budget. City Council approved those at their last meeting. What will end up occurring, however, is that Clapperidge Park will be closed for the summer, likely starting in the next week, probably around June timeframe, and will be closed for the duration of the summer and into the fall. The goal right now is to have the Clapperidge Park ice rink open by winter, as well as the warming house. So that is the schedule. We will keep the commission apprised as we move forward. Want to invite the commission to a Parks and Trails Board event as well. It is Arbor Day on May 31st. They will be hosting an event from noon to 2 o'clock at Depot Park. There will be several different events for children, several educational opportunities, and then a larger tree will be spaded in at the park, which is actually quite an undertaking. So for the little tykes that really like construction equipment, this will be a fun one. Step downs are being installed along the Panaway today, in fact. These will take some time to fully install, so several weeks, and ultimately they will not be open until all safety signs and all safety equipment are installed. As that is being done in several different stages, an exact date cannot be provided. This was their first day starting on the project, and as you can tell with the window project, as construction workers move through a building or through a construction process, they often get more adept as the time goes on. And so we will be able to provide a more up-to-date schedule on the city website or through social media as those become available. It is anticipated that early summer they will be open. That is the
Boardwalk open?
the Panaway or the
Yeah.
step downs?
Pardon me?
The Panaway walk or the step downs officially?
No, well, the boardwalk that goes, the wooden boardwalk that goes all along the Panaway, is that open?
Yes, that has remained open.
Okay.
That was not closed.
Okay, thank you.
That's all I have for review development activities. However, I do have items for the Planning Commission meeting schedule when you get to that.
All right, how about item B on other items, Director Sharp?
Okay. In an attempt to keep Walzer's Lamborghini application on schedule, right now we are seeking the Planning Commission's availability for a meeting on June 9th instead of June 2nd. Right now, as of the publishing of this agenda, June 2nd was the next meeting, but Walzer Lamborghini was the only item on that agenda, and therefore we would be canceling that meeting. I will put out an official cancellation notice, likely sometime tomorrow. I would like if the commission could reply back to their availability on June 9th. We do need a full quorum, and then I'm also going to be trying to determine whether this is a substantive enough item that we would seek more members than less present for the commission. We are also trying to make that alignment with the city council meeting when they would go forward in either July 1st or I believe it was July 20th. Additionally, one of the items for consideration with that, just so that you're aware, is that we have to have the public hearing and notice in for this item by noon tomorrow due to the Memorial Day holiday to the city paper. Sun Sailor, sorry, I blanked on it for a moment. I was going to refer to my paper of many years, so my sincere apologies there that I had to take a moment. But we'll be seeing whether we can do that, and I will have an official meeting notice out for sure by end of day tomorrow for the commission.
Okay.
With
Thank
that,
you.
I stand for any questions.
Any questions of our director? All right. With hearing none or seeing none, we'll go on to our next item, which is adjournment. So, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
All right.
I second.
All right, second quick. Any comments or discussion? Seeing none, I see we have a motion to adjourn. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. The motion passes.